They think this the one right here. They light our asses up. They don't want y'all. First of all, who is they and who is y'all? Because by they, if you mean men of other races, and by y'all, you mean black women, you are entirely 100% completely fucking wrong. What you mean they don't want us? They want the blackest woman they can find. They don't want that watered down shit like black Americans like. They don't like that mixed crap. They want a real black woman. They want dark skin, 4C type hair where she wear the wig and the sit back a little bit and the texture don't match. She got the wig from Halloween City, Party City, some seasonal shop. I ain't gonna even do Amazon like that because Amazon got good hair. I don't even know where they find these types of wigs at. But that's the kind of black woman they want. What you mean they don't want us? Oh, and then y'all will say, well, we're not feminine enough. Well, we only ain't feminine enough because we with y'all. Did y'all ever think about that? Mm-hmm. Now, see, I am a completely 100% single mother. Do everything myself. I ain't got a dime of child support since I left my ex-husband. So I am a completely single mother and carrying everything on my own. But I think I have mastered the art of still being feminine. However, that is hard to do. I'm a little bit older, and I think that's how I've, been able to calm down a little bit. But you can't carry all the load as a woman and be feminine. Y'all asking for too much. What you mean they don't want us? Who is they? And who is us? And who is y'all? Because you damn sure ain't talking to me.
Black women. This is embarrassing. I don't know this content creator. I was not following her. I was tagged in this video by one of my followers, so I decided to respond because this has to stop. You guys give white men too much credit in what they actually desire from you. If you don't know, the latest U.S. Census available data in 2022 indicates that about 0.5% of white men in the United States are married to black women. Out of the four major racial categories, white, black, Asian, and Hispanic, the white man, black woman marriage pairing is the lowest among all pairings. Now that you know the statistics, here's a little advice for all of the black women who would like to marry out. Number one, start asking white men what you need to do and or change in order to increase your marriage numbers with them. Because currently, when white men do marry interracially, they marry Asian or Hispanic women. So it'll be wise of you to ask those women what they're doing to be more appealing to white men for marriage. Number two, change your wording / verbiage and raise your standards when dealing with white men. Because simply dating one of them for a short period of time is not going to increase your marriage numbers. You all need to start requiring more from white men instead of a couple of good dates that you can post on social media and sex, which is what they're looking for. Hopefully this helps. And if you want to know more about what white men truly think about black women, I encourage you to read a book titled The Dating Divide. Here's a quote. Given that black women get very little interest from white men, experiences like Deborah suggest that how treat interest may be driven by prurient interest. White men we interviewed confirmed the notion that black women were both highly sexual and unsuitable for long-lasting relationships. End quote. After reading this, you'll understand why you need to require more from white men. Lastly, this has nothing to do with black men and everything to do with what white men want from you. So start engaging with them in their social media spaces and ask them what they want from black women looking to marry interracially and not just date. And lastly, if it wasn't for a black woman, Mildred Loving, and a white man, Richard Loving, we wouldn't be able to marry interracially. You all started this, so now it's time for you all to figure out how to finish what you started, if that's what you really want. And before I forget, here's a couple of fun facts for the black community. According to the Pew Research Center, from an article that was just published by them in 2024, reporting on the 2022 marriage statistics, black men in the U.S. are more likely than black women to be married, at a 36% clip, as opposed to black women's 29% clip. And also, black men in the US are more likely than black women to be married to someone who is not black. Black men at a 21% clip, black women at a 13% clip, which means that 1 out of 5 black men, married black men, are married to a woman of another race. Do with that information what you see fit. So again, this is not to discourage any black woman from trying to find love wherever she can. However, I do want you guys to know the truth. And giving white men this free promotion and begging for their attention is not going to help. You guys need to start doing your research, understand what white men want if that's what you want to do, and you need to go to their spaces. Again, this has nothing to do with black men, okay? So your focus should be solely on white men. Leave black men out of this because we're good. Okay? Medium Man out. Peace.
Side eye. Side eye.